Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and once again, it is Sunday, and that means it's time for the Texas Gun Vault Poll Question of the Week, a weekly vlog that I put out where I ask you guys as my viewers and subscribers about something that deals with guns, gun culture, or even current events that I want to get your thoughts and opinions on. Potentially, this could be a really big week in the gun culture because it is SHOT Show week. If you guys don't know what SHOT Show is, it is the big industry show held every year out in Las Vegas where every company that makes guns or accessories or flashlights or anything dealing with the gun culture comes together and displays all of their new products and all of their new wares for the year to come. This is also the week that many companies announce all of the new big products and ideas that they're coming out with. And so a lot of times people go to this show with a lot of anticipation, and I know a lot of people that really follow firearms are really excited to see what the newest, latest, and greatest things are that are going to be showcased at the SHOT Show. So with that in mind, let's dive right into this week's question. Starting on January 18th and running until January 21st, the annual SHOT Show in Las Vegas will be showcasing all of the latest firearms and accessories to be coming out this year. Smith & Wesson has already released the new CSX Micro 9 pistol, but many other companies are holding off until the show to make press releases on new products. Are you looking forward to or are you excited about any new products that are coming out, or do you have anything you would like to finally see hit the market in the firearms world? If so, what are they? You know, I have to admit that sometimes I even fall for the hype. I know every year that SHOT Show comes out, we are all excited to see what is the newest, latest, and greatest things. Many times companies are coming out with guns and new calibers, or new models, or maybe rechambering an old gun for a new caliber. Then you have all of the different types of accessories. I know Magpul has already made a few announcements about some new products that they're coming out with. And we wait for these with all this great anticipation. And I can remember in years past there were guns like the Hudson H9. It was going to take the world by storm. And now Hudson is out of business, even though the gun was a great design. We see this year after year in the firearms world, all these huge announcements of what new gun or accessory is going to change the marketplace forever. But what really comes of it all? I can tell you that Glocks still hold the dominant market share here in the United States. And what are they going to premiere this year? Probably nothing. Just putting out the same old gun that they've been making for now 40 years or so? Nothing really changes. And why is that? But I'll give you guys my opinions when we get to me analyzing your thoughts. But let's see what your results are for this week's question. With 806 votes this week, we have yes, I am always excited to see what is new and to buy it, 46%. Neutral, unless something really surprises me or is unexpected, 42%. No, nothing is new or innovative and most things are gimmicks, 11%. And something else, explain in the comments, 1%. So to be very honest with you, the results of this poll surprised me. I thought that neutral or no were actually going to get the most votes. But you guys said you are excited, and pretty much whatever comes out, you're excited to go to the gun shows and the gun shops and to buy it. I can tell you that as I have become a more seasoned collector and gun enthusiast, my enthusiasm year after year after year kind of diminishes because I begin to see the pattern. And I've already kind of alluded to that when I was talking about the Hudson H9. There are new guns that come out every year. In fact, I think I even saw some type of preview a couple of days ago about the FN PS90 now being chambered in 9mm. Woohoo! Such a cool gun in 9mm. Well, really, there's already other great 9mm PCCs out there. This is just going to be another gun for some very niche collector. And that's fine. But is it going to revolutionize the gun market? Well, Probably not. And that's the way that I've really kind of seen things happen year after year after year. There's always a big announcement. Oh my gosh, this new company is coming out with this amazing pistol caliber carbine. Or this company is now coming out with a 1911 chambered in .357 SIG. Or some type of double stack gun that used to only be single stack. But I kind of feel like we're just spinning our wheels. I look at it just like the B-52 bomber. Now here in the United States, we have used the B-52 bomber for going on, I don't know, 70 years. The same airplane, the same airframe for 70 years. Yes, we have upgraded it with new avionics, but let's just be honest, it's still the same plane. And it's still as effective today as it was 70 years ago. Well, why is that? Well, because it is simply so well designed. It meets all of the mission criteria, and it does it really well. More planes have come out since the B-52, and arguably we have better technology. But the B-52 is still relevant, and we will be flying it for another 30 years. This will be a plane that will be in service for 100 years. So how does this relate to firearms? Well, we have a lot of history in firearms. I'm going to take the 9mm for example. This cartridge came out in 1902, originally as a proprietary cartridge for the Luger pistol. But I think we all have to agree it is the most ubiquitous pistol cartridge in use today, from civilians to police to military. And why is that? Because it is the great compromise. It is the perfect size to stuff into double stack magazines and get a lot of ammunition. It's also pretty darn powerful. You can even have +P loadings that are pretty darn good. No, it might not be the most powerful cartridge, but everyone will admit it's powerful enough. You get lots of capacity, as I talked about. You can do so much with it. It doesn't do anything really well, but over time we have just said this is the optimum cartridge for the pistol. And yes, you can go to more specialty cartridges, bigger cartridges, smaller cartridges, but we always go back to the 9mm. And just like the B-52 bomber, I think the 9mm is going to be around for another 150 or 200 years. But why? Because it just does its job. And when it comes to physics and ballistics, well, we can't break the laws of physics. So unless technology changes when it comes to caseless ammunition, or we have some type of leap in chemistry where the propellants change, the 9mm is going nowhere, and it will be the most ubiquitous cartridge going forward forever. So when it comes to SHOT Show, we have all of these new guns and new designs that are coming out that are essentially doing what we've already been doing now for over 100 years. I really look at it as essentially we are stuck in the 1980s. I think the latest, greatest advancement in firearms technology really was the use of polymers. A lot of guns, excluding the AR-15, used pretty much steel and wood. But once we got into the newer, lighter, and stronger materials, we've pretty much peaked. And every gun that's on the market today is some type of derivative or variation of a gun that came before it. And yes, there are guns that are better at doing things today than they were before. And I can tell you that some of those materials are even better today. But look at the designs. You're going to go to SHOT Show and you're going to see people showcasing the 1911, a design that is 111 years old. And they're going to say, this is our new gun. No, it's not a new gun. It's a fantastic gun, and it does what it's supposed to do so well because John Browning got it right when he designed it. So what can you really add to it? As I said, I'm a collector. I like the newest, latest, greatest gadgets and gimmicks. But the older I get, I realize all of this stuff is gimmicks. It's pretty much the same firearms companies coming out with a new product that's just like the old product. Maybe it's a little bit different, maybe it looks flashier, maybe it's a little bit more reliable or a little bit better. Well, in some cases, they're not as reliable. Sometimes you have major flops. But I think in the gun industry, because we just love guns, we just like to go shooting, We always hang our hats on our hopes that the next gun to come out is going to be the next big game changer. But unfortunately, it never really is that way. So let's break each one of these down and I'll give you guys my thoughts. We have, yes, I am always excited to see what is new and to buy it. You know, one of the things I really wish I could do is have analytics on who's voting. I would bet that most of the people that are selecting this are younger or are new to firearms, because my journey through firearms started out this way. Every time a company came out with something new, I wanted it. It was the latest and greatest. And now that I've gotten older, I'm like, well, I know what works for me. I know what I personally like, and I'm going to stick with it. Sure, I'll go out and buy the new thing, but I'm pretty much going to be set in my ways the older that I get. Then we have neutral, unless something really surprises me or is unexpected. Now, sometimes this happens. You don't know what they're coming out with, and all of a sudden, they premiere some gun or accessory, and you just absolutely have to have it. You know, I was reading the news recently, and I guess they've come out with a new cartridge, the 30 Super Carry or something like that. So I know a lot of people are really excited because they promise that this caliber is going to be able to do things that other calibers can't. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so it's a 30 caliber pistol cartridge. Well, we have other great pistol caliber cartridges that are 30 caliber. What about the 7.62 by 25? The Tokarev cartridge. We've already been down this path before. I think it's a great idea, and I'm really glad that a lot of these people are trying to innovate and come up with something new. That's how we remain relevant. But I think we all know it's just going to go back to the 9mm. Nothing really is going to take off. Then we have, no, nothing is new or innovative, and most things are gimmicks. Unfortunately, when it comes to this year, that's the one that I would vote for. It doesn't mean that's what I'm hoping for. As I said, I am hoping for the game-changing new device, technology, or accessory. I just don't think it's coming, because like the B-52 bomber, I think we've pretty much come up with everything we can, and we're at the pinnacle of firearms technology until we have some type of breakthrough in chemistry or metallurgy that completely changes the game. And then finally we have something else. Explain in the comments. So that's my thoughts on all this and what you guys had to say, but let's dive into the top rated comments of this week and see what everyone agreed was the best ideas. And with the top rated comment of the week, we have my good friend Matt Moore and Patreon supporter who says, I love seeing what's new, but it takes a lot to motivate me to buy. I also am seldom an early adopter to any firearm. Well, I will say that I have been bitten in the butt myself. I bought something and guns that came out as soon as they hit the market, and then it turns out there's problems. He has the right idea. Wait till the craziness settles down, and once enough guns are out there, you'll find out, does the gun have a problem? I'm sure we can all list a number of guns that hit the market and took the market by storm, and then a month later everyone's complaining about them and there's lots of recalls. Sometimes it's good just to kind of sit back and wait to see what happens. Then we have Sean White who says, I love guns, accessories, and gear. I love seeing what companies bring new to the market. I look forward to watching SHOT Show videos every year. It just sucks it's being canceled again. Well, I agree with his sentiment, and I did go online, and according to their website, they're still going on. So I don't know. I don't think it's been canceled. I haven't heard any news of that. Maybe he had heard from somebody, but as far as I can tell, SHOT Show is still going on. And if by chance SHOT Show does get canceled, you know that all the companies are still going to have all of their huge press releases anyway, so we'll get all of that information. Then we have Chris Rutherford who says, I just want affordable reloading components and ammo for the guns I already own. Well, I can tell you a lot of people are in that boat. I just want to be able to feed the guns I already have. What about building more accessories and parts for the guns to maintain my collection? Well, I kind of agree with them on that. Sometimes I think companies are so worried about innovation that they're not paying attention to the present and making sure that what they're making is still quality and that the people that have bought the guns that they're currently making can keep them running. Then we have Marine Accountant who says, Bring on the 10mm pistol caliber carbines and 4.6 pistol caliber carbines. Maybe a new silencer design that's truly innovative. I also wouldn't be upset to see Dead Air release a 5.56 can. Now, when it comes to all these silencer releases, in fact, I was talking with one of my good friends and dealers about silencers recently, and I had to do a little bit of research because he asked me, what do you think about this certain silencer? It's one that I currently own. I was like, well, I read on the forums all the time because I'm a member of a few Facebook NFA groups. I always find it funny that a silencer can come out. It is the latest, the greatest thing. It is a tubeless design. It is all Inconel. It is designed by this person, and he is the greatest silencer designer of all time. And then literally a year or two later, that is a piece of junk. It's not that silent. It doesn't suppress the gun enough. That's terrible. The new design is out. And then by the time you buy that design and wait 9 months to get your tax stamp, well, that one's obsolete. Man, silencers are silencers. I have to say the one company that I am really impressed with is B&T. Now, they have been coming out with silencers for designs and specific calibers that other companies are ignoring. They've even come out with a specific 5.7 can. I'm really impressed with them. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say I'm kind of a B&T guy. Well, I am a B&T guy. I think they're pretty darn awesome. But they are really innovative and very high quality. But I got to tell you, if you have a 20-year-old silencer, it's probably pretty good. It's going to suppress just as good as the latest and greatest stuff. Just like the B-52 bomber. And I know I'm bringing this analogy up over and over again. Unless we can bend and break the laws of physics, well, I think silencers have gotten just about as good as we're going to get them. You can only do so much with physics. That's all a silencer can do. And trust me, there have been people that have been randomly just trying different designs to see if something works better. And we've pretty much come up with a couple of systems. You got the monocore and the K-baffle system, and that's just the best we're going to do. Yeah, you could tweak it here or there, but we're not going to get them any quieter. Then finally we have 1000 Mountains, who says, I really enjoy and look forward to seeing new products, but are hesitant to run out and get them until reviews are available. From my favorite YouTubers like the Texas Gun Vault. Aw, you're very kind. Sometimes things have a few mishaps when first released, like the SIG P365, but eventually are tweaked and become something I will purchase. Yes, the hype can be huge when the guns first come out, but I believe, as Matt said earlier in his comment, you gotta wait to see what problems occur. The other thing too about buying the latest and greatest things as soon as it hits the market is money. I know that personally I have overpaid a little bit for some guns. I know some people that will way overpay for guns. Just like the Springfield Armory, the SA-35, the new Browning high power clone. I think people were paying over $1,000 to get those. But now that the market's kind of cooled on them, they're back down to around MSRP, around $600. So you have a lot of people that just wanted it that soon and would pay double and sometimes even triple to get a gun, and then it turns out it's not that great, or maybe it's okay, and it goes back down to MSRP. But I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. If you want it now and are willing to pay for it, well, that's capitalism, and more power to you and more power to the sellers. So there you go. That is my thoughts on the upcoming SHOT Show products being released, and am I really excited for them? And so if you like these polls and want to participate and haven't already, please go to the community tab of my YouTube channel. I will also post a link in the description below. Go over there and click that, see what next week's poll is, vote, comment, and like other people's comments so we can get the top rated comment of the week. I also want to take this moment and thank my sponsors, Brownworks, who provides all of the ammo for all of my range reports. He makes great custom grips. Go check out his website, link in the description below. And I also want to personally thank all of my Patreons. They keep the lights on around here and support the channel. As you guys know, my YouTube channel has been victim to the great YouTube gun channel purge of 2022. So I'm able to keep all this content going because of their generous support. And if you're interested in joining me over on Patreon, there's also a link down there as well. I also want to take a moment and plug my Rumble channel. Every video that you see that comes out here on YouTube gets posted on Rumble, a true free speech platform. They are awesome. They're growing. Well, the way that Rumble works might not be as good as YouTube right now. I really do think it is the wave of the future, and I can even put videos over there that I cannot put here on YouTube, like a field strip, and I'm going to be filming a field strip video today of this MP5 clone. YouTube does not like us disassembling guns on camera, but Rumble, they're like, you're doing something completely legal and telling people how to do it safely and correctly. Go ahead and do it. We're not going to censor you. So if you want to see a few videos that I can't post here on YouTube, go over and check out my Rumble channel. I will have a link in the description below and a referral. If you want to click that, it also helps my channel and boost my channel over on Rumble. So there you go. That is the Texas Gun Vault poll question of the week dealing with SHOT Show, and if you guys are excited or not about any products that are coming out. So, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching.